In this session, we're going to be sharing records based on the owner, all right? And the prerequisite is, it says delete the previous account sharing role before continuing this one, so that we can see the clear difference of how these two different criteria work. On the account from the previous session, we have one sharing settings that we have configured. What I'm going to do is I'll basically delete that, okay, so that the account is not shared based on the account's region and this and the account source like we configured before. This is from the previous session. Let's just make sure our test user is not able to see the previous account. Okay, that's the case here. The test user cannot see any of the other accounts except the one belongs to him. So we're going to start from the scratch again on the account records. In this scenario, what we are going to do is, instead of using the criteria to share account records, we're going to configure owner-based sharing role. And it says create a new account sharing roles to share accounts owned by the admin user with the test user, okay? So this is going to be, imagine that we received a requirement in the business. They're saying, okay, any account record that owns by the admin user should be automatically shared with the test user. Okay, that's the requirement. So for that, we're going to create another sharing role. Again, under the sharing settings, you have to scroll down until you see the account sharing roles. Okay, the previous one is deleted. We're going to click on new one, new button, and give it a name, account owner based sharing role. All right, now I'm going to select this criteria based on record owner. Okay, how do I identify the owner? I'm going to select a roles option here. Okay, roles option. What is my admin user's role? The requirement says share all the accounts owned by the admin with the test user. I need to know what the admin's role is. Okay, I don't remember that off the top of my head, so I'm going to go to users and check that real quick. My admin's role is CEO. Okay, let's select that, CEO. And then with which user I want to share it with the test user, right? What is the test user's role? It is the Western sales team. So that's configured. Then the question comes to what we want, what kind of access we want to give them. Yes, we want to share the record with them. Then do we want them to only see those records? How about opportunity? What kind of access you want to give to opportunity and cases? In the previous scenario, we set this to read write. For this scenario, let's just set it to read only, and maybe read only here too. Okay, so we're only giving read access to these records. And then we're going to click on save button. In this sharing role, the owner is we're checking the owners only. Okay, we don't care any of the criteria. We don't care what the account source is, what the region is, what the annual revenue of the account is. We don't look into those criteria. We just look at the owner of the account. If the owner of any account is admin user, then automatically share it with the test user. So let's go ahead and refresh this session for our test user. And as you can see, the test user got access to see all those account records. All right. And then if I click here on one of them and try to edit this, okay, what do you think is going to happen? For example, let's say downtown south, and then save. We got this error message. I'm now going to try to edit the opportunity and the case that comes with that account. Then I will still get the same error, because when we were sharing it, we said that do not allow the user to edit those records. Okay, let's check the other case record as well. And this is trying to update, still the user is still getting the same error. But the user still has an access to edit his own records. Don't be confused by that. The sharing rules are about what users can do with records that belong to other users. Okay, so the user will still be able to perform this edit access or whatever access his profile gives to that user for his own records. But to edit records that belong to other users, that's where the sharing rules come. If the sharing rules give that access to the user, he will be able to perform it. And in the previous sharing, when we configured that criteria-based sharing, we changed the access to related records. But if we change it now too, in this scenario, the user will still get the same access. For example, you could change it to read write, and let me change case to private, for example. In this scenario, the test user will be able to edit admin users' account records. He will be able to edit the opportunity record that comes with that account, but the test user will not be able to see the case record that comes with that account record. Let me go ahead and save. And we're going to go to the related list, okay, and do a refresh. So case access has been removed from the test user. Okay, let me bring that account, right? So this account doesn't have any opportunity. That's why it shows 0. Let me go back to my test account, which is this one. This one has opportunity. We can see it. It does have case too, but case is removed. Case is hidden from the test user. If I go to my admin account and check the same account, I can see that it has a case, but my test user is not able to see that case because in that sharing configuration, I set the visibility for case to private. And for opportunity, I give access to edit. So now I should be able to edit this opportunity as well as the account itself. Okay, I'm able to edit the opportunity. If I try to edit the account, I should be able to do that. Okay, update was successful. So this is in a nutshell how it works. There are other settings. We will explore them in the next sessions.